Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to American Falls by Lancyboi. Good to be back. It's Thursday. Happy Thursday. Do not attempt to adjust your screen, for I am in control of it. No, that's really not the fact. But what's that from? Is that The Outer Limits? What an amazing show. The original Outer Limits, epic. The more recent Outer Limits, it just lost its creepiness, right? Because black and white is creepy. Like, look at Twilight Zone. Imagine that in color. Blah. But black and white, yeah. So Farming Simulator, the question is Farming Simulator more creepy in black and white? I don't know. I feel like kind of it is. Like I'm looking over at the trees over there. If we were like in a forested area, I'd feel a little more creeped out. But anyways, this is a mod by Rockstar. Now, Rockstar is a Rockstar, has made many amazing mods. Many, in fact, a few of them I think I have in my, out on the, if you look out on the Discord server, you'll see my list at the top of mods that I just normally enable. And Rockstar is definitely in that list. He's some of his mods. But this new one's called the Color Grading Editor. And it is bad to the bone. That's it right there. You can mess with, on the fly, like, I mean, almost, to me, anything that you might possibly want to. Now, there are other options. You know, there's the Shadow, what is it called? FX? I forget what it's called now, but you know what I'm talking about. And you got to install some software, and then you got to get different color profiles and blah, blah, blah. And it's cool, and it works great. But this thing here, well, PC and Mac, is on the fly, and I think it's bad to the bone. Bad to the stinking bone. And we can just turn it off, you know, turn it on, turn it off. You can save it so that you have a named profile, you know? Very, very cool. I love it. But we're not going to play in black and white today. We're going to play in color, high definition color, in fact. Something like that. There was another update that we got. I wanted to check out with you real quick. Our enhanced loan system mod by Chisel. I don't know why I said loan that way, but it came out that way, so, you know, whatever. We owe $219,929, it looks like. That's a lot of money. He says that, what did he fix? Let me look here. The total costs of current loans are displayed. Okay. Loans that are paid off can be shown or hidden. Yeah, there we go. Giddy up. Okay, nice and clean if you don't want to look at your past transgressions. I like it. And he's also had a bug fix for multiplayer. So, there's that. How about them apples? What a way to start our episode off with a little bit of mod action. Why super strength continues to be enabled for me? I think it's because I was farting around with with something else. I think I was messing around with the chainsaw lumberjack mod, and if you enable something there, sometimes it messes, and blah, I don't know. It's a long story. I really don't want to get into it. We have a lot of work to do here on the second day of September. I really shouldn't be yapping so much. It's already 10 after 8. We have 2 fields to sow. We've got 1 to cultivate, which is what we're going to go hit right now. Our sorghum field that we harvested last time. I did say goodbye to the Massey. I am saddened by that. However, I figured if we have time, because there are harvest contracts available, we can always lease it or use what's given to us on the contracts. Looks like people are still working on their cars. We're still making a little bank from this. Yep. We might add some more, actually. I have not heard from Gen X about that particular mod, so I'm just going to go with, you know, what do they say? Ask for forgiveness later, do it, and then something like that. So yeah, I really like this color grading mod. This could be one of my favorite mods that has come out in a long time. I just love these kind of things that allow you to do some simple things on the fly, not have any kind of impact on your game as far as frame rate. And trust me, if you're playing old school, like old Family Farm, I would have definitely been doing something with that color grader. It would have either been a black and white series, or, you know, sometimes when you see like old photos, they're kind of blown out weird. Like the ones from the 70s are always seem like really magenta based, like weird, like, you know, creepy stalker. I don't know why. I have no idea why I said that. I don't think stalkers particularly go towards magenta, but maybe they do. I don't know. I'm not a stalker, so I don't know, you know. So yeah, there's that. All right, let's get some cultivating done. I am wound up seriously on caffeine. I got some new coffee today. Stumptown. It's the roaster is called Stumptown, and the blend was called, I think, Mountain something. I forget. It's slipped my mind. I am so geared up right now. It's not even funny, and it's late. I'm screwed. I'm gonna be up half the night. I'm drinking decaf, which, you know, in my mind should balance it out, which it certainly won't. But I'm hitting the decaf. I just get such a craving for coffee later on in the night, and I know that boy, caffeine is the devil. It's the devil's work if I get into that too late. But it is delicious. The decaf is from a company called Schul's. They're local, more or less. Jeffrey, I don't know, you might have a Schul's out by you. I think they're primarily based in Michigan, or at least it's a family-owned deal. I do have a no slurp guarantee on this channel. If you catch me slurping, I will do 20 push-ups for every slurp. It's a no slurp guarantee channel. I don't mind if I'm watching coffee YouTube videos and they do the slurpy slurps. That doesn't bother me. I'm okay with that. Because I know what I'm getting into. I know what I'm in for. But if we're farming, nah, you don't want the slurpy slurps. So like I said, we've got our work cut out for us. We've got this field to cultivate. We have this field to plant. We have our other field 10, to plant. I think we're going to do both in barley. And we need to definitely get both of these fields planted ASAP. The sooner the better. And we've got grass to mow. We should definitely get that done as well. Grass to mow and grass to bale. If we want to optimize our income from our little grass field. As you can see, we lost another couple $1,000s overnight. Property taxes, etc., etc. But I think we'll be okay. I mean, if desperation, if we get desperate, we can sell bales, we can sell sorghum. We do have stuff that we can sell if we really, you know, if times get too hard on the farm. I don't think we'll get to that point, but it's nice to know it's available. So I got a little treat this week at work. Not like a big treat, just a little treat, but picked up a 30-inch monitor. Yeah, 30 inch. 28 inch. Kind of a weird size. But yeah, it's a 28. I'm pretty sure. It's a Dell monitor. It's actually not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. We are getting, they switch out on us once in a while when it comes to peripherals and accessories, and we're getting Dell monitors now. We're getting these Dell monitors that have built-in docking stations. If you're not familiar with what a docking station is, it's basically, something that if you're using a laptop, it allows you to kind of have extra ports, like for networking, USB, video, and then you can usually they're designed that you just can unplug one cable and pick up your laptop and go, right? It's an ease of use situation, partially, and it adds oftentimes extra ports that you might not have with your laptop. And we are, and these Dell monitors come with a built-in docking station, built-in Ethernet. They're kind of cool. They're not bad. They work pretty well. Absolutely work pretty well. I'll give Dell a thumbs up on that. I'm not a huge critic of Dell PCs and laptops. I think they're reasonable. I'm just not. First of all, I'm just not a fan of laptops. I just don't like them. And I think if I really had a need for one, I'd love it, but I don't, and I find them to be irritating from a maintenance repair standpoint, and it's so on, and from a heat dissipating heat is very difficult. I think Dell forgets sometimes that there's a lot of heat generated with these current day CPUs and stuff. We constantly get people asking us, is my laptop supposed to be this hot? And yeah, define supposed to be. Is it normal for Dell? Yeah. Should it be that hot? Probably not. But, they're not laptops anymore, right? Unless you want scalding legs, scalded thighs, or, if you're a guy, if you, want to decrease in your percentage of giving the needed. I'm stopping. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop right there because this is not gonna go anywhere of benefit. And at this point, everybody knows what I'm talking about. So yeah, I don't want to be that person that is giving the birds and the bees talks during a farming simulator YouTube channel show. I don't want to be that guy. I'll be a lot of different guys, but not that guy. And of course, we're going to use our... Well, that worked out all right, I guess. Of course, we're going to use our water fertilizing method on this field. I'll give that some thought as well, and I got to tell you that as long as we're getting free water from the well on the farm, I think it would definitely be in our benefit to pick up a better sprayer than that little cheap guy that I leased and start basically doing fertilizing that way, because it's just free. It's free fertilizer is what it amounts to, and I'll take it. We'll keep our spreader because we'll need it for lime. and maybe even for herbicide at some point, but I think it's definitely going to be to our advantage to pick up a decent sprayer. We don't have to be in a huge hurry over it. We don't have that much land to make it that big of a deal yet. I think it would be smart for us to maybe keep an eye on the used market. Oh, yeah. I like it. We absolutely don't need it, but I kind of like it. I like that too. That's from the isn't that from the Ultimate Baling Pack or something like that? I think it is. Go Ultimate or go home. I see that little tuft of hair right there on the right. We're gonna get it. Oh, we are gonna get it. So I picked up a new flashlight from Amazon. I promised myself that when my current flashlight, which I love, it's been the best flashlight I've ever owned. It's small, it's bright, it's durable as all get out. It's actually a Streamlight. A Streamlight PT2L is exactly what it is. Fantastic flashlight. Like I said, probably the best flashlight I've ever owned. But the one downside to it is it took batteries. And it took those CR123A batteries. You know what I'm talking about? They're kind of stumpy and fat, so they're kind of short and fatties. It took 2 of those, and they didn't particularly last a long time. They weren't bad, but they didn't last a whole long time. I think because the flashlight was so bright, I think it just sucked up a lot of that battery juice. But like I said, a great flashlight, durable. That thing has been with me for many years and has served me well. But I just finally got to the point where I was like, you know what? I just don't want to buy any more batteries. So I went onto Amazon, and oh my gosh, Amazon is like flashlight. I don't know if you'd call it flashlight heaven or hell. It's one of the two. It may be both, actually. There are so many flashlights out there. And what's kind of annoying, pardon me, un momento, por favor, s'il vous plaît. What's annoying, and you've probably run across this with other things on Amazon. I love Amazon, but it's not without its faults. But it's annoying when there's like 50 flashlights listed, and they're all the same, but they all have different names. They're all made in China. Probably all from the same factory, guaranteed, I would assume. I mean, everything. You look at the flashlight, you look at the case it comes in, the accessories, you look at the description, and these things are but you got to peck through 50 flashlights that are all the same. So it's kind of annoying. But anyways, I settled on this thing. I love their names too. They always have to have tactical in their names, right? Because Americans, we want tactical, and it may not have the full word tactical, so it'll have some variation of it, like tacti, or tacta something, tacta smoking. I don't know, whatever it is, tacta. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna get naughty. So I picked up, of course, a tactical It's called SunnyTact. SunnyTact. SUNITACT. I'm assuming it's SunnyTact because bright, sun, and tact for tactical. It might be SUNYTact, but I doubt it's that fancy. So I picked this thing up, and in fact, right now it is sitting next to me charging my phone, which I think is kind of funny. I have a power bank somewhere that I should be using, but I always forget I have it. But my flashlight is charging my iPhone, which is kind of fun. It's at 92% on the flashlight, and my phone was giving me the do you want to go into low battery mode deal? And I started charging it just at the beginning of our little recording, and it's up to 35%. Not too bad. It's not fast charging. I think it's capable of fast charging, but it's obviously not doing that. But not bad. 35% in a few minutes. Not too bad. Not too bad. But it's kind of a funny flashlight. It's a little bit bigger than my Streamlight was. It's supposed to be waterproof, IPC. What is it? IP something 6. IPV, IPC, ICUP, something like that. And it runs on this I kind of find a little slick. Is it runs on a single rechargeable 21700, I think is what they're called, and lithium ion battery, or you can run it on AAAs, 3 AAAs. It comes with like one of those tube adapters where you stick the 3 batteries into the tube. It can run on AAAs, the 21700, or it also comes with a car cigarette lighter dealio that you can either run it directly from that, or you can charge from that as well. All things considered, it really is got a lot of features. It is bright as the frickin' midday sun. And it's funny because there's actually a warning on the packaging that do not look directly into the lamp, and I'm like, well, why? So of course you do. Sir, this plate is hot, so be really careful. So you grab the plate. So I looked into the Eye of Satan, as is this SunnyTact flashlight, and I swear I had like that black spot vision you get. I'm smart enough to not look directly into a lunar eclipse, but apparently I'm not smart enough to not look directly into a flashlight that has the word sun in its name. And not the good kind of sun, S-O-N, but the bright, let me burn your retinas sun, S-U-N. I think that actually is it. Somehow or other, we knocked that field out. And I didn't even use our speed control, which I totally could have done. I am dragging this thing like nobody's business. There we go. You know what? While we're here, let's go ahead and fertilize it before we head out to another field. I think I left our little buddy right over yonder there. Check this out, Tin Man. Woohoo! I think I still remember. It was quite a while ago. I don't know how long ago now. It was back on the I think it was back on the Kubota Farm series. And I think I still remember Tin Man's comment. I don't specifically remember the exact wording, but it was basically, you might want to put your equipment, you might want to lower your equipment before you unhook it. And I don't know, it was the scenario, and I got a really good chuckle out of it, and I to this day, I still, every time I go to unhook my equipment, I kind of think of that comment. So Tin Man, there you go. You may not have done any, you might not have actually fixed my my error, but you definitely made a lasting impression on me for that. So congratulations there. That's why I love you guys so much, because between TBG, Tin Man, Jeffrey, Gen X, I can always count on, and the rest of y'all, I can always count on somebody setting me straight. And for that, I am always appreciated. Always appreciative of. I do like this little sprayer. I wish it held more. I wouldn't mind it as much if it just held a bit more. Let's kick this up. Let's kick this up a notch, as Bobby Flay would say. Wait, was that Bobby Flay, or was that what was that dude's name? Bam, that chef that did the Bam. Man, what happened to that dude? He's like gonzo. I watched his show actually quite a bit. I kind of like Mario. No, not Mario. You guys will tell me. But I liked his show. I liked him better than Bobby Flay. Bobby Flay irritated me, man. He just has one of those faces. You know how sometimes you run across people that has that face and you just want to punch them? They have a punchable face. That sounds awful. I know it does. I'm not a violent person, and I wouldn't do that. But the thought crosses my mind with just some faces. I'll tell you the one that's number one in my book. Now, this one I actually, if he would be up for it, and I'd pay him, I wouldn't do it for free. I would actually give him money. I'd wear a boxing glove. I wouldn't want to break my fingers, and I'm sure it would be more comfortable for him. But that Report of the Week guy, the dude that does the food reviews. Hello, everyone. This is the Report of the Week. He has a face that I absolutely just want to haul back and just let go. You know those bags, those machines that have punching bags that kind of rate the strength of your punch? You know how many pounds or foot pounds or whatever it is your punch is? I just want him to be there, and I want to do that to him. In fact, I laughed because ruh-roh. I laughed because somebody actually left. He a long time ago. He did a video on mean comments that were left on his channel. I mean, I like the guy. I like his content. Don't get me wrong. I'm honestly not. I have no hatred or disdain for him whatsoever. He just has a punchable face. That's it. Yeah, I know. But somebody left that message in the comments, and I got such a laugh out of that. It was basically that, along those lines of, dude, I like your content, but I really, really want to punch you. And I just thought that was just classic. Because I understand it. I get it. I mean, I respect the guy. I respect what he's done for his career. I respect his unwillingness to waver when it comes to clothing choices. In fact, quite frankly, I like it. It's 1980s for the most part, and I got a lot of respect for that. The 80s, my favorite, my personal favorite decade. This is The report. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone. Yeah. Yep. I get really curious about some YouTubers, and I get curious about what their life is really like, or what they're really like when they're not doing content. I mean, you guys probably know me. If you've watched my channel long enough, by now you pretty much know what you hear is what you get. I mean, this is just how I am. Oh my goodness, that's good coffee. This is how I am. If you and I were just sitting here chatting, this is how I am, you know. And I don't really have any particular plans of changing it. Something I did see, if you ever watch that dude, his name's Marcus, I think, something. He does, I think he started off doing tech reviews, but I see him doing a lot of electric car reviews lately. Huge channel, huge following. It is actually stogie time. Celebration stogie. Half lit stogie, that's not good. Nobody likes a half lit stogie. Let's go ahead and go grab some more Wawa. This is making it so mad. Anyways, going back to this dude. Excuse me. He said something. I was watching that guy that does the hot wings interviews, and he has people eating hot wings while he's interviewing them. I quite like that show. It depends on who's on it. I don't follow celebrities very much. They just really, I usually dislike them a lot. There's not a lot of celebrities from a personal standpoint that I like or that I would want to hang out with. There's a lot that I appreciate their work. Leo DiCaprio, for instance. Hey man, I can watch a good Leo movie all day long, right? But I've heard some of his personal nonsense, and for some reason a lot of these celebrities are in some kind of a fantasy land where they think their political ideas should mean something. And I love that. I think that's really funny. And that's funny, and then I get sad when we as as the outside crowd, the normal day Joes and Janes, take them seriously. That to me is sad. But anyways, where was I going with this? Oh yes, so this Marcus guy, I'm pretty sure his name's Marcus. I like his channel, and I like how he approaches things, and he just seems like a really cool dude. And he was on the hot wings thing, and what he said I thought was really interesting. Basically, I think he was asked, what's like the number one thing you've learned when since the time that you started your YouTube channel and stuff, specific to his channels. And he said that it took him a while to learn that he was not the star of the videos, that the products that he was talking about and reviewing, they're the stars of the videos. And I thought, that's really insightful. That's pretty stinking smart. And he said it was at that point when he took himself out of the videos and stopped trying to be the focus. He said that his channel grew quite considerably, which I thought was really interesting. And I guess if I applied that to this channel, I would say it would probably be a lot more, it would be a lot less just gab about stuff, and a lot more, it would be very much more focused on Farming Simulator and what we're doing, what we need to do. And I don't know if I could do that. Maybe someday I'll do that and be more centered on that, you know. I could see that being the case maybe when the new when a new version of Farm Sim comes out, because there will just be so much to talk about and discuss, at least hopefully. Hopefully it won't be mostly, wow, this is just like 22. And yeah, I know I'm all over the place, but I got tired of just following our GPS. YouTube is, it boggles my mind how it truly has become, like, it has to be by a long shot the most watched network ever, I would think. And I guess I would just lump YouTube all together as a network, right? Like an ABC, NBC, Fox, you got YouTube. And I can't fathom. I think I saw a statistic at some point, and I think it was partially about how much content is on YouTube, which absolutely blew my mind. But then how much has been streamed? It's insanity. It really is how YouTube is done. And there's always been talk, it comes and goes, but there's always an alternative that comes up, right? People get irritated with YouTube, and they want to move to a different platform. And one of the biggest gripes I usually hear about YouTube from these content creators is the YouTube, the Big Brother, the Big Brother aspect, where YouTube is censoring this or that, and you can't do this or that on your channel and stuff. And hey man, I get it. I get why YouTube has to do some stuff, because it can't be a Wild West, right? Or can it be? Maybe it can be. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it can be. Freedom of speech and all that jazz, right? Shoot, I remember. I'm old enough to remember when ratings first started on music. And the uproar that had in the music community about, now if I remember my history correctly, Walmart, I think, was the first. It was Target or Walmart. It was one of the big boys. I think it might have been Walmart, would be my guess. Required, they came across an album, and I forget who it was, if it was Metallica. It was a big band, somebody, and they didn't like the fact that obviously there was, I don't think it was Metallica. It was some, I forget. Doesn't matter. But Walmart was like, hey, here's the dealio, right? You can sell your stuff, but it's going to have a label with a parental, I think it was parental guidance or caution or something like that on the front cover. And I think that, if I remember correctly, was how it all kind of started. correct me if I am wrong. Be happy to hear the what the deal is on that. But I'm thinking that is how it was. We can go ahead and fill this up. We're gonna call this good because yeah, because we're there for the episode. So we're gonna call this a wrap. Let's go ahead. Oh, let's 10-man this. Gentle. Boom. That is actually a legitimately nicer way of doing it. Yeah, that is much rather than just gunning it and having it kick off the back of your tractor and slide across the concrete. But hey, to each their own. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining me. I really do appreciate it. As always, it means a lot to me that you guys continue to support my channel, continue to check out my content. It's great. Always great to see new subscribers. It always makes my day. Comments always make my day. So yeah, I know I must not have much of a life, right? But honestly though, it really does. It's pretty awesome, especially if I'm having a downer day. And it helps a ton. Flashlight is now at 84% left, and we are charged to 43% on the phone. Not bad. If you were in a situation where your freaking batteries were gone on the phone, man, I could see where this flashlight could really be a saver. It's interesting, and I'll just say this real quick, and then we'll call it. I mean, you can pretty much stop watching anytime you want. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's got this deal, and they're proud of it when they describe the flashlight. It's got 5 light modes, so it's got the sun, and then it has partial eclipse and 3/4 of an eclipsed sun. So it's got super bright, daytime bright, then medium and low. Then it kicks into the flashing light, Now, my understanding of that, at least when I bought my Streamlight flashlight, they said that was a disabling feature for an attacker. So if somebody's coming at you and you got the flashing sun in their eyes, it's probably going to confuse them a bit, or at least make things a little more difficult. It might give you that extra couple seconds you need to pull out the old, pocket rocket, or maybe, what do they call that? The, Archie Bunker's got a name for it. It cracked me up. But anyways, and then it's got the SOS flash, and it flashes the SOS signal. I think it's like 3 beep, 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 and then beep, beep, something like that. Kind of interesting. But the additional feature that came out with this particular model, they said it's the latest model, right? The other feature that was added was, it's the weirdest thing. The color of the LED allows you to, it's like a what do they call it? A black light. So you can go into like a John or a hotel room and turn this thing on, and you can see things that you never really want to ever see in your life. Reminds me of the Gordon Ramsay when he did Hotel Hell, and he would take a black light in there, is like ultraviolet, right? And these people, he'd give them these goggles they'd put on, and they would see just. One time he called it, they beeped it out, but you knew what he said. It was the, something. It was so bad. But anyways, I took it into my John and did a little looking around, and I was not pleased with what I saw. So Chad right now is busy scrubbing away. It's unacceptable. I told Chad next time he cleans the bathroom, I'm going to take this flashlight in there, and I'm going to put on, I'm going to light it up, the old UV light, and I'm going to check his work. And by golly, speaking of flashlights, look at that. Oh. If I see anything other than pure white, it's his hiney. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. Take care of yourselves. Make sure you take care of each other, and I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back probably getting some mowing done. Maybe we'll do some seeding first. I really want to. That's like on the front of my mind, is getting the seed in the ground so we can just have that done and our barley can start doing what it needs to do. So I'll see you guys real soon. Take care. Bye for now.